Welcome to the Bariatric Nutrition Coach podcast, where we empower you with weight loss surgery, nutrition knowledge, mindset advice, and inspiration so you succeed in your weight and health journey. I'm your host, Jane Stoltz, and I am a bariatric dietitian who has helped over 1,300 people on their weight loss surgery journeys. I'm also a solo mum, lover of long walks while listening to podcasts, partial to a glass of wine, and the ocean is my happy place. Join me as I dive deep into bariatric nutrition and lifestyle topics and deliver them to you in bite-sized, palatable episodes every Monday. Now let's go. Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. And I've called this week's podcast the maintenance stage after weight loss surgery. And I don't think we talk about this stage or this phase of the weight loss surgery journey enough. So much attention is given to pre-surgery, which is great, early days, the medium days after weight loss surgery, when you're still in your weight loss phase. So that's the phase that you're in personally, where your weight loss is happening. And then you move into maintenance. And maintenance is where the scales aren't still going down. The scales are staying around the same. And so we're going to talk all about that today, because even if you're in your weight loss phase, it's really good to start getting your head around and thinking about what it's going to be like when you get to your maintenance stage. So do we want to keep the weight loss phase or stage going as long as possible? Yes, we do. We want to optimize your diet. I call it find your sweet spot, where you're getting adequate protein. You're getting a deficit of calories, but not too big of a deficit. You're satisfied and your weight loss keeps on going. And yes, in the end, it can be very, very slow. And your weight can go up a little bit and then drop. But if you put your weight loss into your app or put it on a graph, you can see that the trend is going down. And then it's very normal, and this is really the end goal, is actually to move into maintenance. There's a wonderful video on YouTube that I share with clients, and I've shared it with people in my free Facebook community. And it's a video that explains the real purpose of bariatric surgery. And yes, it is weight loss and improving your health and all of that. But what underpins that, its actual goal is to reset your weight set point. So let's talk a bit about that, because that is the key goal, is that your body has a weight set point, and that's where your body is comfortable being at. Before surgery, you can be in the obese category. If you're looking at body mass index, you're not happy health-wise or just how your body is, but your body's job is to keep you alive, so it tries to protect that weight. It wants to keep you at the same weight, because weight loss to your body means you don't have enough food around you to eat. And you could die from starvation, because famine leads to starvation. So your body's job is to keep your weight around where it is. That's your set point, and that's its job, because it's all about survival. Bariatric surgery helps really bring your weight down and helps reset that weight set point. And the example that's given in the YouTube video is it really talks about, or gives the analogy of like a thermostat. You come down to a new lower weight, and then it's a lot easier to keep that lower weight, because that's your new set point. Your body's gone, okay, this is our new set point. Are you ever going to stay at your lowest weight after surgery? No, you hit your lowest weight. Very normal for it to come up a little bit, and it varies between different people, and then you plateau off, and then you've found your new lower weight and set point. So this is the goal after bariatric surgery, after weight loss surgery, is to get to maintenance. But it's a very challenging stage for many, many people. In the early medium days, when you're in your weight loss phase and you're getting on the scales or putting on clothes and you're getting feedback that your body is losing weight, it's really satisfying. And I know people get a lot of enjoyment. There's excitement, there's a lot changing. On the other side of change, it can be really challenging, but very satisfying to see your weight loss going down, okay? So that drives often motivation and focus in that weight loss stage, the weight loss phase. And I totally understand why this is the case. And when I bring in a new client into my coaching program and we start looking at goals, I always know there's going to be a weight goal there, no matter really where anyone is generally in their weight loss surgery journey. There's going to be a weight goal, but I always encourage, and we talk about it and we put down goals for our coaching together that are not only weight. I always make sure we have other goals in there on what we're going to work on, and they are other goals, behavior goals. And the reason why I'm telling you this is I'm going to really explain why I do that. Weight loss, dropping of your HbA1c, cholesterol dropping down, blood sugars decreasing, all of those things are lag measures. And what I mean by lag measures, they are results. They are what comes when you've done other habits. You've changed your intake, moving your body more, and really focused on other key behaviors. So in the weight loss phase of your weight loss surgery journey, you may want to reflect on this, so focused on what the scale is telling you that you're not even putting a much focus or enough focus that I feel on those behaviors that are really key to foster as habits. Because the habits, the behaviors that will get you the best result in your weight loss phase after your weight loss surgery journey are the same habits that you want to keep practicing and focusing on and doing when you reach maintenance phase, because they will help you maintain your weight loss, your lower level of pain in your joints, your decrease in your HbA1c. The same habits that we want to foster and practice to get the best results from your surgery in that weight loss phase of your weight loss surgery journey, and I know I'm repeating myself, are the same habits that we want to keep looking at, keep focusing on, and keep practicing and have as goals when we move into maintenance. And you may be saying in your head, the little voice might be saying, but Jane, that's not very exciting. And guess what? It's not. It is harder and more challenging to stay on track often in your maintenance phase after your weight loss surgery journey, because your scales are going to stay roughly where they are. They're going to go up a little bit, come down a bit, and kind of bob around, and that's what we want. But you're not getting that feedback from the scales. You're not getting a high when you jump on the scales. So it's very much of a mindset shift, a refocus, and really digging into how do you see the rest of your life and what is living well and living healthy after weight loss surgery looking like. So I don't think this gets talked about enough, because when people move into the maintenance phase, it can really just start all kind of falling in a heap, because what do I do now? Changing that mindset. Dieting mindset is not going to set you up to be a well-maintaining person after weight loss surgery. It is about balance, behaviors, doing the things. That's why I talk about non-negotiables. What are the key 2 or 3 things that you do that keep you in your zone? Because when I catch up with past clients that I may have helped and worked with and supported in those early to medium days after their weight loss surgery, and they go off and they come back to me 2 years later and they are weight maintaining, they are doing certain things on a regular basis. They are saying, I do this and I do this, and if I go off track, I do this. And it is a wonderful thing to see. There is confidence, and there is a level of, I call it relaxed self-monitoring. And when I'm working with clients at the stage where they're moving from weight loss phase to their maintenance phase, we are talking about this topic. We're talking about what for them personally are they going to be putting in to their life or keeping in their life as their non-negotiables. And you can have it written down in the notes section of your phone. You want to have it there. When life goes upside down and things, I say you've lost the cat, the car's broken down, something's happened to a loved one, and you drift off track at a small level or a bigger level, your brain is not going to always help you remember those key things. We want to have them written down. And I'm going to share now 3 key things that I think are really powerful to do. These are not exactly what everyone's going to do, because I think it's really important to work personally on what's really important for you, because everyone is different. But I wanted to share 3 things that could be really powerful and something you think about. Maybe it is going to work for you, and these could be something that you do to help not only in your weight loss phase, if that's where you are, but you in your maintenance phase. Now tell me, is this you? You have had your bariatric surgery and you're feeling lost, you're lacking support, and you don't know what to eat and when. Or you may have noticed after your surgery, your hunger and cravings have started to return and you are scared you won't reach your goals. You may have had some weight regain and you want to stop the weight regain and lose some more weight. You may be pre-surgery and you want support to be fully prepared for your weight loss surgery journey. If any of these sound like you, then listen up. I have developed my Bariatric Nutrition Bootcamp just for you. My coaching program provides education, coaching and community for people getting ready for their weight loss surgery and at every stage after their surgery. There are 4 key areas that I focus on with my clients in my Bariatric Nutrition Bootcamp. One is the Bariatric Nutrition Basics. You will learn what and how to eat so you feel satisfied, reach your protein and fluid goals, and have less cravings, and know how to manage your hunger in the future. Meal ideas and meal planning. You'll learn to plan meals and snacks that you like, so you have great options on hand when it comes time to eat. Also, we focus on mastering weight regain habits, identifying any habits that are stopping you from reaching your goals, and create manageable strategies to get back on the straight and narrow so you can manage your weight for the rest of your life. And also, I focus with my clients in my Bariatric Nutrition Bootcamp on learning to trust your body and food. Start to enjoy your food again by relearning to listen to your body cues so you have less guilt and improve your relationship with food and your body. If you are ready to maximize your weight loss surgery results, feel confident in your journey, and be led with support and expert guidance, then the Bariatric Nutrition Bootcamp is for you. If you would like to know more about my coaching program, check out the link in the show notes. The first one I want to talk about is keeping good records of intake, behaviours and activity when you're maintaining. So I'm a big fan of some pen and paper tracking, because on that paper, 1 page per day, you can write what time you had your breakfast, estimate your protein, if you skipped, or what your protein spread is, what your total protein is, what activity you did, how much fluid, anything around appetite. And when you do that, when you're weight maintaining and you keep a record of your tracking, if you gain some weight or feel like you've drifted off track 6 months down the line, you can go back. What was I doing when I was in that weight maintaining phase? I was always having breakfast. My breakfasts were around 15 to 20 grams of protein. I've now moved to something and I've got 5 grams. I notice I'm getting hungry later in the day. Okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to revisit that. Your memory will not serve you. When you make small changes over time in your diet, you won't always notice them. And the small changes here and there will compile, and you can regain weight slowly and not really know where it's coming from. So having a record of spread of your intake, activity, total protein, fluid, and overall your appetite. And you might want to even track some cravings. So you get a really good record over a period of what your intake and activity looks like when you're in that maintaining phase. And as I said, if we're going to relying on your memory is not going to be enough, because we just don't remember. We don't remember in enough detail what we were eating 6 months ago when things were all rocking along, and what we were doing 6 months ago. So that is my first strategy. The second one is, even when you're in your maintenance phase after your weight loss surgery journey, is you put in your diary, whether it be your smartphone, your paper diary, your Google, Outlook, whatever it is, when you put things in the future to remind you to do something, you place in at regular intervals a reminder to do a 3-day tracking stint. Even when you're rocking along and you're eating mainly still the same roughly things, it might be once a month in maintaining. You do a 3-day tracking stint, really detailed. What am I eating? Where's my protein coming from? What's the spread? All of that, just as a check-in. And I call this relaxed self-monitoring. You don't need to track every day. You don't need to track every week, because you're focusing more on the behaviors, how to plate your food up, how to eat, and practicing those, and they deliver the result of what you should be eating and what we want you to be eating. So it's very much around just little check-ins over time. Some people may feel, okay, in the first year, I did it every 2 weeks. And then 3 year, I did it every 3 weeks. You may slowly get less frequent over time, and you feel like you're drifting off track. Okay, I'm going to do it every 2 weeks. So you can change that, but you can do it at intervals that really suit you, and it's relaxed. So if when you've got it scheduled to do your tracking of your protein, something happens, a loved one gets sick, no worries, you just park it to the next week. But you still do it, because it's when people start taking their eye off and lose track of their protein intake. At the same time that protein intake drifts down, carbohydrate and fat intake drifts up in their diet, and that is a key driver for weight regain. And my third strategy to consider in your maintenance phase, in your weight loss surgery journey, is to commit and embrace moving your body regularly for the rest of your life. There is great research that shows regular movement after weight loss surgery helps people maintain their weight loss and the results that they have got after their weight loss surgery. It is a key component of weight maintenance after weight loss surgery. Moving your body does not need to be, as I say, leg warmers and Lycra in the gym. And I know I show my age by saying that. It can be bowling. It can be riding the bike every Sunday, going for a big bike ride with your children. It's how to build in activity into your day, into your week, that's enjoyable. And what I talk to my clients about in my coaching program is we want to find activity that puts a smile on your face. When you do an activity, do you get a smile on your face? That is a good goal, because it is going to be then an activity that's easier for you to go back to, easier for you to go to. Okay, so that's one part of it, is finding ways to move your body that are enjoyable, working with a specialist if you are in pain moving your body and if it's a challenge, working with professional specialists that can help you move your body in a way that you enjoy, that is not going to be painful. Because if something's painful, who wants to do it? No one. So let me recap the 3 tips or strategies you can bring into your maintenance phase after your weight loss surgery journey that's going to support weight maintaining and avoid weight regain. Number 1 was to keep good tracking records when you are weight maintaining of protein intake, activity, appetite, all of those things that are going to impact your weight and your health. So keeping good records. Number 2 is to schedule in to your diary, and that can be a non-negotiable, of tracking your protein intake and total intake every so often, even if you're 5-10 years down the track after your weight loss surgery. And the third one was to commit to moving your body regularly, finding a way of moving your body that you really enjoy, and commit to doing that for the rest of your life. And yes, it can change. How you move your body will change and can change over your life, but moving your body and doing activity is a key part of weight maintaining. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast and for supporting my podcast. I really appreciate it. Well, I sit here in my office and I talk along to myself, and I love hearing feedback that people are listening and they're enjoying the podcast and getting value out of the podcast. So I really want to say thank you so much for listening. If you have a couple of minutes, I would love you to subscribe so you will get the new episodes every time they come in, as well as I would love a rating and a review I really love, appreciate a rating and a review because it helps other people get a sense of my podcast and decide to listen to it. So if you have time for that over the holidays, I would really appreciate that. So thank you so much, and I really look forward to being back in your ears next week. Bye for now.